Today I put on my cutest little hobbit outfit and we are going to be doing a Lord of the Rings themed illustration as a Secret Santa gift for my friend. So without further ado, let's get painting. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to bust out my Pinterest board because I'm one of those girlies. I created a board with all of my ideas together. I really wanted to do a forest thing because I love to paint trees and these are so inspiring. And the second thing is that I wanted to paint on a frame because this is going to be a physical gift that I'm giving to a friend. I'd rather have a nice cohesive gift instead of just giving her a piece of watercolor paper with a drawing on it. So with that, I'm going to get sketching. Okay, before I watched these movies, I truly thought that Legolas was going to be my favorite character because he was all over Tumblr, you know, he's a tall, hot elf. Little did I know, Sam has my whole heart. I'm sorry, Legolas. Sam. It's Sam. Ooh, painting. Okay, I'm gonna quickly show you all of the ingredients? Am I baking? No, materials. The materials that I'm going to be using. My current favorite brand of paint is Holbein, and today I'm going to be trying out the gouache because I really want to try using gouache a little bit more. I usually use the watercolor palette from the same brand, and I just want something a little thicker and a little more opaque for this illustration. And here I have some miscellaneous gouache. These are the colors I'll probably be using the most, like the browns for the tree. Yeah, I really like the natural colors. Here are some of the brushes that I use. I honestly don't remember where I get all my brushes. Also, I'm not really gonna use this, but I just wanted to show you guys this extremely long brush. Like, it looks like a chopstick. I could probably use it as a chopstick. And here are some pencil crayons. And my MVP, my roll of paper towel, as well as my scrap paper. And this very crusty looking water bowl. So I'm just going to be laying down the base colors for my painting before I start painting the details. This background is just going to be a little lighter than the rest of the painting. That way it gives it sort of a depth. And I'm using like a light yellow and adding a white gradient because I kind of want this glowing effect. And if I highlight everything with a yellow, it feels like the sun is just kind of filtering through the trees. And that's exactly the vibe that I'm aiming for. Alright, I totally forgot to film felling the tree, but that's okay because honestly it was quite boring. What I'm doing now is adding shadows in between the bark pieces on the tree just to give it some more form, and because it's right in the middle of the painting, it can afford to be detailed. This video is sped up 400% or something like that, and it still takes me so long to lay down the bark is honestly giving commitment issues. I'm a huge perfectionist, I think, when it comes to my work, and it's a little hard sometimes to get over the fear of not being able to create what you imagine in your mind. But that should never hold you back because I think every experience you have, every piece that you create is a little contribution to a bigger whole of your artistic identity. If any of you have any similar sentiments in any of your creative endeavors, please share in the comments. It's just nice to know that you're not alone sometimes. I accidentally spent too long on the moss, but I'm on the characters now. So the first thing I'm going to do is add a base color for each of the characters, and then I'll be adding the details on top. It's so important for me to give Gimli the fullest beard and bushiest eyebrows. I accidentally made Boromir's outfit look a little too puke colored. Oops. But the good thing about gouache is that you can layer it over and it's opaque enough that it doesn't show through. So I will be fixing that. And it looks way better now. Good job, me. No more puke colored outfit. My favorite part of the process is using a black pencil crayon to add in all the little details in the characters. I think this is what makes the characters really come to life, and it's just a lot of fun. I find that using the black and using pencil crayon also helps the characters to stand out in the illustration. I'm just going to go over with some pencil crayon. I usually add a little bit of shading, and I love the crispy flavor that pencil crayon kind of adds on top of the gouache. I love a good mixed medium. And of course, I can't forget to add the blush on each character to give them a little bit more of a cute feel. And I'm just about finished adding all the little details to the characters. The last detail that I'm going to add is the little ring. So I have a gold paint, and I'm just gonna... It's so small, honestly, but I really wanted to do it. People may not notice, but I will know it's there. And with that, we finish the painting. There's nothing more satisfying than peeling the tape off of a finished painting and taking it off of the board. Like, just look at how beautifully crisp those lines are. we're just gonna start with a good old layer of Mod Podge. This is kind of like a sealant, but you can also use it as a primer. So I'm just gonna put it on the entire frame before I start painting, and hopefully the paint will stick. There were two things that I really wanted to do with this frame. The first is to make it really intricate and unique and heavily inspired by Lord of the Rings. So I'm adding all of these little patterns and designs that I think really bring it out. And the second is that I really wanted to make it look a little fancier by adding a gold paint. So I'll be having a gold section and we'll see how that goes. Translated the phrase Merry Christmas and then my friend's name into Elvish, and I just took a screenshot of that and I'm going to prepare this image for the Cricut. With the Cricut, I'm going to use it to cut out a stencil. That way when I put in the gold paint, I don't have to paint it by hand because I might go insane if I did. So I'm just importing it into the Cricut. The most important thing to remember when you're doing this is just to measure out the area that you want and to make sure that the dimensions of the thing you're cutting is the same. So I've measured out the section of the frame that I want to have this text on, and I'm just resizing that image to make sure that it fits. So here's my Cricut. We're just gonna let it do its thing. I mostly got my Cricut because I wanted to make sticker sheets, and I do have a couple of sticker sheets that I've made before, like the ham sticker scrap that I'm cutting this on. So if you guys want a little tutorial on how I make those, please let me know. So I'm just weeding out the parts that I don't need, which is the sticker and not the stencil. It was really hard because the other pieces that are not connected to anything just kept flying up. I just had to be extra careful not to lose any of the pieces that I might need after. Now that I have everything, I'm going to stick the stencil on and replace all of the little sections inside of the letters and just press it on to make sure that the paint is not going to go underneath it. Now that I have the stencil, I'm going over it with a gold paint. I had a little bit of trouble choosing which gold to use because the frame is such a deep wooden color. I am a little scared that the gold might not show up properly, but I guess I won't really know until I take the stencil off, so we'll see. Okay, as I feared, the gold was a little hard to see against the wooden frame, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go in and outline it a little bit. Sometimes you just gotta wing it. I just love the way the gold looks on top of the green. I think it's so lush. I think it's so elegant. And yeah, that was a good choice. That was a good choice. And here we have the finished painting. This painting actually took me a little over 2 days to complete. Like, man. But I'm actually really happy with the way that it turned out. And I'm so glad that you could follow along with me on this journey. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to let me know. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you. I should just go through these